is the place to be, is the place to be. Healthy NYC, healthy NYC is the place to be.
I'm joined by my other committee members, Laura Smith, appointed by Mayor Eric Adams, Peter Hatch, appointed by Governor Kathy Hochul, Richard Gottfried, appointed by Senator Liz Krueger, Matthew Tai, appointed by Assemblymember Tony Simone, and Chris Carroll, appointed by Mark Levine, a Manhattan Borough President. This committee is statutorily charged with reviewing the Caesars Palace Times Square NYC application. To achieve this, each member of the committee has been reviewing the application, and today we are receiving public comments regarding Caesars Palace Times Square. The Gaming Facility Location Board established September 30th, 2025 as the date by which a vote must be conducted as to whether the project should be advanced to the Gaming Facilities Location Board. To get started, we are going to accept a 30-minute presentation from the Caesars Palace Times Square applicant. And if we are ready, we can proceed with that portion.
Good afternoon. I'm Mark Holliday, CEO of SL Green, New York's #1 real estate company, the only company exclusively committed to this city. I want to thank you for having us here today to address the CAC one last time. I know this part of the process just started a few months ago, but for us, this has been a labor of love for 5 years. We have held hundreds and hundreds of meetings with every stakeholder we could. We've listened to the priorities and goals of this community, and we put our best foot forward, sharing a vision that will make Times Square and the surrounding communities better. Soon it will be up to this body to make a decision of extraordinary importance. I know no one takes it lightly, but we're reaching that moment where you can create a monumental and lasting benefit for this community and for all of New York. We believe so strongly that this project has the singular ability to transform lives for the better. You hold the key to the future of Times Square and New York City for generations to come. The question before you is whether this proposal has local support. Does it fit in this location? Will it benefit this community? Approval is and should be a high bar, and we believe that we have more than met the standard for approval. More than 300 organizations have signed on in support, representing hard-working Broadway actors and musicians, local residents, business, labor, hotels, restaurants, bars, entertainment venues, and nonprofits. Thousands of people have expressed their support in writing, and supporters of the project outnumbered opponents more than 2 to 1 in the last hearing. Our project has the least possible impact on the surrounding community. We will not disrupt the streetscape because the building already exists. We will not displace critical housing opportunities as 1515 Broadway is an office building. And we do not sit in an existing residential neighborhood or near schools. We are investing $80 million to make Times Square safer, not less safe. We will make it easier to travel through Times Square and more pleasant for pedestrians and drivers. The Caesars Rewards program will drive business from 65 million members to hundreds of local restaurants, bars, and hotels. Our $250 million community benefit plan includes the support from the LGBTQ+ community, improved emergency response times, public restrooms, and millions annually that the community can direct to its local priorities. And our bid is representative of the city as a whole, with the most inclusive ownership model in gaming. For the first time, everyone has a seat at this table, with Jay-Z at the head. This is a truly transformative and unprecedented proposal. It checks all the boxes. But I don't underestimate the importance of the task before you and the challenge you face. Because we all know the self-interested Broadway League has been running an underhanded smear campaign against this project.
Folks, we have a long day ahead of us. I understand everybody has passionate feelings on this, but we're not going to heckle during the presentation or during the speaking portion, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. This campaign was funded predominantly by a wealthy, multi-generational theater owner protecting its own interests at the expense of the community. The League is pushing a series of lies anyone who has seen our proposal knows are false. Look at this flyer being distributed at Schubert Theaters. They claim our casino is designed to keep patrons on premises. Our plan is designed to do exactly the opposite. We have only a quarter of the hotel rooms, no net new theaters, no retail, only 4 restaurants. We couldn't keep everyone inside if we wanted, and we don't want to. They claim Broadway attendance will drop. Wrong again. AKRF projects additional $125 million in annual ticket sales, and Caesars Palace Times Square will additionally purchase tens of millions of dollars of tickets because our guests want to go to the theater. There is a proven symmetrical relationship between live entertainment and gaming. It exists in London, it exists in Vegas, it will exist in New York City. They claim Broadway attendance will drop. They also claim that theater jobs will be lost. We're not going to lose jobs, we're going to add jobs. That's why Actors Equity and Local 802 support us. Listen to the theater workers, not the theater owners. They claim restaurants will suffer. Hundreds of restaurants and bars support our project because it will bring them more business, not less business, backed by the power of the Caesars Rewards programs. These hundreds of local businesses know what's in their best interest, and they have signed up in exclusive support for Caesars Times Square. They claim crime will rise. Nothing can be further from the truth. Commissioner Bill Bratton is going to help make this the safest business district in the city, and you'll hear from him shortly. They claim traffic will be worse. That's not what the MTA thinks, having gone through the secret process. The League is out of sync with what the community wants. The League wants people to drive to their theaters. The community wants Times Square to be a place for people, not vehicles. We agree, and that's the goal we will achieve with this plan. But it's not just misinformation. We've heard so many stories of coercion and intimidation, stagehands pressured to sign petitions with falsified zip codes, producers told they'll never put on another show if they support our bid, promoters threatened with expulsion from the League for even meeting with us. Even in this supposed neutral venue today, the marquee shouted in opposition moments ago. Despite it all, the unions representing actors and musicians have bravely stood with us because they know that this project is vital to the future of the theater industry and to Times Square. The committee must reject this type of intimidation and judge the proposal on its impressive and unrivaled merits. Now let's hear from Commissioner Bratton about how we can make Times Square the safest commercial district in the world.
Finally, the idea that a five-star gaming resort is going to attract crime and prostitution is not based in fact. It's a ridiculous idea. It has not happened. It will not happen. And I can guarantee it would not happen if this casino moves forward. Guaranteed. People that come to these events are like those that go to Disneyland, that go to Las Vegas, that go to many other venues like this. It is not crime and mayhem that will be coming. It will be more jobs, more profit, and more safety for everybody. This will have the opposite effect in terms of this investment, uplifting the entire area and addressing problems that we didn't create, but we can fix. Here's what I've learned in my decades of policing. When people feel safe, they spend more time in an area, visit more businesses, and return more frequently. Security and commerce work hand in hand. We want to bring that proven success to the whole area around Times Square, not just preventing crime, but actively promoting commerce and community life. Our vision for security is ambitious, but it is achievable, making Times Square the safest commercial district in the world. That's the standard we're committing to. 1990, nobody thought that the subways in New York City could be made safer. People were fleeing it in droves. We made those subways safer. In the mid-1990s, we made New York the safest large city in America. In 2014, during my second term, we improved on that record. so that for 25 straight years, crime went down and disorder in the city. We know how to do this, and we will do it here with this project once again.
I'm now going to turn it over to my partner at Rock Nation, CEO Desiree Perez. Des, please take it back.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let's be clear, this project isn't just about gaming, it's about making Times Square pulse with life again on every single stage for every voice. And I really wish that you guys would just respect, and we should all be treating each other with civility. I mean, we're just in a different time now, and everyone should be able to listen to each other, even if we don't like what each is saying. It's just disrespectful in general. That's the kind of purpose that Rock Nation lives for. We're always striving to lift diverse voices, experiences, perspectives, and now here's a place to do it at scale. You know, in the heart of the greatest city on earth, the crossroads of the world, Times Square. With this project, Rock Nation will bring a full suite of entertainment, the greatest artists around the world to come perform at Times Square and by Times Square. I don't mean at Caesar's Palace Times Square because we don't have the venue. We've already partnered with One Times Square, TSX, the Town Hall, Sony Hall, to bring our artists to those venues so that Times Square can have the greatest, most diverse entertainment options in the world. We've already started booking artists in the Town Hall for later this year. We're activating venues and partnering with local artistic nonprofits to nurture new artists. Broadway isn't the competition. We have artists who have shows on Broadway, like Alicia Keys telling her own story in the story of growing up in Hell's Kitchen. Times Square should shine. The music of every genre, dance in every tradition, comedy from every corner of the world, and stories from every community. Together, we can use a diverse entertainment audience to support Broadway and to protect Times Square from the centuries to come. Thank you so much for your time.
Charles Fisher, 116. Healthy NYC, it's the Mayor's Initiative, City Council. I heard all the speakers today, so I sympathize with all the people talking about crime and all the noise or whatever, but I know for a fact, and I'm just saying strongly, I believe that we have a former police commissioner here, and you're talking about, you know, crime. Criminals don't like to go where there's a lot of noise and cameras and police. Criminals like to get you in a quiet place, so I don't think you should be much worried about the crime, because all that police presence is going to make this neighborhood safer. Matter of fact, I know neighborhoods that have more police, so you're going to get a lot of police with this project, and crime is your issue. Don't worry about that. Believe me, they're going to have this place locked down so tight, and with the cameras and with drones and all that, this is going to be the safest neighborhood in New York City for my seniors that worry about that. All right. Noise. If you live on 42nd Street, the home of Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, the New Year's ball dropping, you're going to get all that noise. My concern is young people getting addicted to gambling. And I'm hoping that Jay-Z's team works with me, whether he wins or not, because poverty is the root cause of gun and gang violence. And I work at nights, I work at the schools, and we have to help these kids that are gambling now get off the gambling, whether it's NFL, football, or whatever they're doing. But my concern is, what are we going to do when these kids get hooked? They need help. And so the long term, I respect all the museums and all that, but I want the casino to help me address the gambling problem of young people, because if we can do that, then we can win. So I support this project 100%.
Thank you.
Healthy NYC is the place to be. Is the place to be. Healthy NYC.